I'm going to record it. Rachel, take it away. This is your day.
Okay, super exciting. So I kind of wanted to see how many of you have been making your beds.
I have done it a little bit, and I will tell you, the days that I did do it, I felt better.
It works.
Yes, it did make a difference on my emotional start of my chaotic day. It did.
It works.
Yeah, and at night time, because I was pretty productive every day. Like, I didn't make it twice. But at the end of the day, I was like, yes, my room is clean, my bed is made.
Mm-hmm. And guess what I started doing? I thought this was brilliant. I thought this was really good. I just started sleeping on top of my made bed.
That's what my girls do.
My bed was already made, and I just went, okay.
That's what my kids do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. We even did that in boot camp in basic training. Except the one day we washed our laundry the night before, we would actually sleep under the covers.
Oh, that is funny. So funny.
Okay.
What about you guys? Anybody else?
I know for me, the two days that I made it, so it was Tuesday and Wednesday, I felt better. And then I slacked. I was like, forget it. I'm done. And I haven't made it since. And I feel such, like, defeated.
Oh, don't feel defeated.
It's amazing how... Oh, go ahead.
I just said every day is a new day.
It is. But it's also amazing to me how just that one small task that is pretty doable for anybody, even little kids, can literally, like,
Wendy, were you
change your day. So
I thought I saw Wendy's hand go up a little bit ago.
she's thinking.
One day I went to work at you left here at 5 o'clock, and we got off work at 9:15. I came home and made the bed and called it good.
But did it feel good?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and I just, life gets me, and I just go on about my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed Miranda had made her bed, and then she said she was having a bad day. And I said, well, at least you made your bed. At least it's that one thing you did.
Right.
I don't think Miranda's on today.
I don't think she's on today, but she did it like a lot of days.
Yeah, I think she did it. She
Probably
did it the most.
I think she probably did the most.
Yeah,
Possibly.
I think so. Okay, so what I wanted to say for the day, I'm actually going to start out with that video, and then we'll talk about it after. So,
Okay, so let me share it.
After at Zoom.
Okay, so this is the thing. If you can hear it, please give us a thumbs up, because I think I know what the problem was, just so we know. If not, it's got subtitles too. So, okay, so here we go. I'm going to mute all of you, because I think that might play into some of it, if I remember right. Okay, so let me switch it over.
So I hope it's okay, but I'm going to stand up because I've been through a lot.
Bring it, girl.
And I am going to give you guys just a few quick steps that have helped me. The first one is stop feeling sorry for yourself, because you are not doing yourself or your future any good by throwing a pity party. I have had phases in my life where I could have felt sorry for myself. Building in this profession over these years, I've been a single woman trying to get a man. I've been a girlfriend trying to keep a man. I've been a wife dealing with a man, and now I'm a divorced single mom without a man. But don't feel sorry for me. because I don't feel sorry for myself. Because if I had felt sorry for myself in any of those phases in my career, I would not be who I am today, and that is a 7-figure earning network marketer. So don't feel sorry for yourself. The second thing is embrace the pain. Look, you can't go over it, you can't go under it, you can't go around it, you can only go through it. And I can hear some of you saying right now, you just don't know my pain. And I don't know your pain. But I'll give you a little snippet of mine. In 2013, I lost my mom. In 2014, I lost my sister. In 2015, I lost my husband. And in 2016, I have spent all of 2016 trying to make that official. And I can tell you, I know pain. But let me just share this. This time last year, I was on this stage. I didn't act like this. I didn't talk like this. I didn't feel like this. And I finally had to use my personal development on myself. I had to say, you've got to stop avoiding this. You've got to accept this. And you've got to go through the pain. And you know what? A better version of me was waiting on the other side. And I am excited now that I can look at me and be proud that I made it through a dark time in my life. And if you embrace the pain, you'll be able to do the same thing too. The third thing I want to share with you is don't compare. The comparison is a thief of all joy. It will make you resentful, bitter, jealous, and unproductive. And many of us are looking at other people, but ladies, we're looking at other women, comparing our car to their car, comparing our business to their business, comparing our relationship to their relationship. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't compare, because ladies, the woman you think her life is better than yours, her lashes, her nails, her hair is fake just like yours, boo. So don't even worry about it. All right? Don't even worry about it. And the fourth and final thing is get excited. Don't just get excited about where you're going, but get excited about where you are right now. Bad situation and all. Bad situation at all. If you're facing the biggest fight of your life, get excited about that, because God doesn't give little fights. God doesn't give big fights to little soldiers. And if you're facing a big fight, that just means you have grown up into the armor that you were ready to wear, that only He knew you were ready to wear. So I just want you real quick to get excited. Get excited because you're the creator of your destiny, the artist of your masterpiece, the author of your story. Get excited because the world is going to see who you really are. That is kind, caring, compassionate, strong, bold, and an all-out badass.
What did you guys think? Still says I'm muted.
They're just going to have to unmute themselves.
Okay.
I love it.
What did you guys think?
I love it.
It's spot on the truth. And you know, there's, I've been reading in kind of other groups and other forums with Papa, and these girls are just going back and forth and almost kind of in a fight. And we're never going to get anywhere and make ourselves better if we keep fighting each other. And, you know, we need to start worrying about ourselves and doing what's best for ourselves.
I love that.
I love it too. I love all of it. So I wrote down the 4 things that she said to do. And number 1 was stop feeling sorry for yourself. And we know a few people like that, and maybe sometimes that's us. Okay, I know like July, most of it, I was feeling sorry for myself. I think that's human, but I think the point of that is to catch yourself in it. And I love how she said to use your personal development on yourself. Because like if it's somebody else, you always know what you're going to say to them, and you always give them advice, but we don't take our own advice, I feel like. And then number 2, I love that she said, embrace the pain. And I'm reading a book right now that really kind of talks about how those trials and that pain is really the blessing that is in our life, because that's what causes us to grow. And that's what causes us to get stronger and to overcome. And so I love that she said that as well. And then number 3, don't compare yourself. I know for me, especially going to convention and stuff, that might be the one downside of convention. The only downside of convention is because you look at other people and think, they have that and I'm working so much harder, or, you know, yeah, she has a team because she came from this other company and she brought all her team with her. And it's so easy to compare yourself with everyone else's journey, but you don't know what came before and you don't know what's coming after. And so I love that it said, comparison is the thief of all joy, because we have so much in our own lives to be excited about and to push for, and our lives are different than theirs. And Marilyn, one time, Marilyn Shavetta, she's a little bit crazy, but she has some good points. And she said, Marilyn Shavetta is, she's a single mom. Her mom is very ill. She lives with her mom, and the love of her life died in a horrible accident years ago. And she says people will come to her and say, I'm so jealous. You've been in paparazzi only this long, and I've been in for twice as long, and I'm half the rank. And she says, you know, but look at your life. You have this, and you have that, and you have that, and you have that. I don't have those things. You know, and I thought it was very good perspective that she had. And number one, knowing all of us well enough that she could tell us our own blessings. And we were feeling maybe not blessed, or, you know, maybe cursed, or whatever word choice you would want to use, because we didn't have the one thing she had that we were all looking at. But I think perspective is huge. And number 4, get excited. And I think so far, with paparazzi and just with life, like, just really enjoy the journey, and how our journey is different than mine is different than yours. You each have your own journey, and embrace it. Embrace your journey, regardless of what it is. Regardless, enjoy every moment that you have, because you only have it once. And I love at the end, show the world who you are. Show the world and show them who you are and who you're going to be. You're a piece of that world, and you make a difference. And that's what I really loved about her talk, her little speech that she gave. And so for my challenge, my easy challenge throughout the week for you guys is just to maybe when you're having one of those hard moments, to try to pause and be present in that moment. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love how she said, get excited even about the bad situation you may be in. Get excited about it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's going to push you to get out of that situation and work harder for your business, or find something that works. But just get excited. Not just excited about the good things, but also embrace the bad things.
Embrace that pain.
And just to embrace where you're at. So, and I like that.
Yeah. And I like too how, you know, like, I try to think of things that I have been through before that to me were heartbreaking and life altering, and how I would say in those moments, this is the hardest thing I have ever been through. And then for the things that happened in July, I said that again. And I really could look back at all the other things I had been through and thought, yeah, this really is the hardest thing. And it's because I have grown. It's because I have grown, and I'm a different person than I was. And I have grown into that armor that she talked about. And there's another set of armor waiting for me still. And that is just, it's always progression. And it's not just progression in the bad things. You know, it's complete life altering, and it changes you in all the good ways too. So what do you guys think? How do you guys feel?
Very true. Very true. Very inspirational. Loved it.
I love that Rob can be a part of our talks too.
Is that Lindsay's Rob? Is that Lindsay's Rob?
Cooking dinner.
Good boy.
We're making lots of sugary sweets because not like Houston, but we're expecting a lot of rain tonight and tomorrow. So I just wanted to make some cookies and some egg bars. So he's helping me. What I love about these Zoom messages is that it's really all these things that we learn and are getting training on are for our personal development, but it overflows over into our business, or vice versa. If it helps our business, it overflows into our personal daily life. And so there's something that we can each take from each of these things, whether for our business or for our personal life. So, I don't even know if that made, I hope that made sense. We can't, my favorite part of the whole thing, I was using a mixer, so I didn't want to talk earlier, is that that comparison thing is so hard not to compare. But I've noticed those times when I talk with my teammates, when we talk in more like a brainstorming session where we're all learning from each other, and it's not a comparison thing anymore. It's like, well, what's working for you? Maybe I could try that. And like, oh, that's a great idea. I like that. It's about comparing your problem solving together, really. So instead of like distancing yourself, coming to people for help and even encouragement or whatever is the best thing to do. Being standoffish and looking at other people and comparing is just not the way to do it.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
And that's why I think like we love to just take like the ranks, like all of us are in such different ranks, and I love just stripping those away and realizing, you know what, that's just where we are, but it's not really,
Right.
I mean, they're important, but they're not. Like, obviously that's, what you've done with your business, but as far as like learning from each other and offering your opinions and your suggestions, like those are just stripped away. The ranks, because we're all trying to do, like Lindsay said, the best that we can. And we have all learned from each other, whether it's a newbie all the way up to someone that's been doing it for years. And honestly, I love the perspective of the new people, because a lot of times since I've been in it for quite a while, I miss a lot of things, like, oh yeah, like I didn't realize that was happening, or that's cool to know, or it's just nice to know the perspective of those coming in, because it's just been a long time since I've been there. And so everybody is so valuable and so worth learning from. And that's what I love about that. And like Lindsay said, it's hard not to compare. Like Rachel said, convention, holy smokes, you go there and it is so easy to compare. But we also talked about how it's so easy to realize that anybody can do it too, because there's all walks of life there. It's really fun to see that. But like she brought up Marilyn, I instantly thought of another one, Chastity, where she does so well, but she lost her son. I'm like, she would probably easily say, you know what, I don't want this position because I want my son back, whereas we all have our kids, like everybody is in their own space and fighting their own battles and working through their own situations, and it's hard not to compare, but we all have our own things that we're up against. And
well, and I think focus too is important. I mean, some people choose to focus mostly on sales for their personal sales, and some people want to focus on team building. And so to compare yourselves to someone who is a different rank may not be the focus that you're choosing to do at that point. And so you can't, it's really important not to do that. And it's so easy to compare. It's so easy in everything in life. It's not just job stuff, it's everything. But if we could learn to compare ourselves with ourselves, I think that's more of a valuable comparison. Like, where was I a year ago, or where was I then? And am I achieving and growing? And that's the comparison that makes sense. Compare yourself with yourself.
Yeah.
That's when you should feel successful. Because if you're growing, reaching, and learning and growing in the way that you want to grow, that's a win. And so to me, I think that's a good comparison versus like, and I know it's not easy to do, to not look and the house or the car or the job or the paycheck or whatever it is. But, you know, there's a price that all those things come with too. You know, to be a doctor and have those salaries and have worked at that level to get that kind of house is a very different lifestyle than it is to be choosing a different path and then to be a humanitarian or something. Does that make sense? Both can be very rewarding, but who knows who's really enjoying their life more, right? And so I guess it's just, to me, when I think of comparison, it's so easy to see, and it's so easy to see compared on basically that whole like material stuff. It's not always about just that. Does that make sense? You know, if you can find the business opportunity that allows you to stay at home and you can earn $300 and that's enough to keep you home with your kids, what a huge win that is. And that's kind of the thing that started with me when I started staying home. Like, that's a huge win. Like, that I could do that and stay home with my baby. Huge to jump off a career path, you know? And so it just depends on where your focus is and what you want to do.
Yeah,
So
and everyone's just going
win was, right? The win was staying home with my baby and I was supplementing enough. That's huge, right? And so, yeah, it's important not to compare yourself and keep growing in the way that you want to keep growing and how you want to run your business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so now I want to open it up to any questions about anything, not necessarily about what we've been talking about tonight, but does anyone have any questions about their business, about their kids?
What's the best way to answer the question, what size do our rings fit? I can't remember like the range that people typically say.
Oh, Tammy knows this, don't you, Tammy? It's like the ring, like 7, isn't it a size 7 to 10 or 7 to?
You know, 7.5 to 9.5 is really about the range that it fits. I wear a 9.5. Most of them are comfortable on me. I usually try them on and basically, so if the girl's going to have like a 7.5 or even smaller, she's probably going to need to wear it on her middle finger. Unless it's running to be a tighter, and everything runs a little bit, but that's kind of the range.
Right.
Yeah. And they will kind of stretch a little, you know how that goes. So if they need to stretch a little bit more, you can. So with time.
Well, and you can cut the links out of them and make them bigger too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you stretch it out and you take one of those silver ends, you can, if you get your little nippers in there enough, you can break it and pull it off and it'll expand it a little bit.
Oh, you smarty Marty. Smart.
Yeah, another consultant that I've been watching her live videos for the last like 2 weeks. I bought stuff from her, and because my hands are so tiny, the rings don't fit. And I told her, and because I was gonna ship it back to her, and she's like, "No, just take your pliers and cut it."
To make it tinier?
Yeah, you take out the little silver bars because it's elastic, so it'll just shrink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've never done it because I've never needed to.
I was thinking it would make it bigger, but it would make it tinier.
It'd make it smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to ship the ring back because it was too big. She's like, "No, just take the links out." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, that's pretty smart.
That is
good.
Cool.
No, ladies, good to know.
That cute Wendy, I don't know how to say her last name, but it starts with a P. She's from like Louisiana. She's adorable. Have y'all seen her?
What's her first name?
Wendy.
Oh, yeah, she lives in Arizona and from Louisiana. Yeah. It's Charpentier. It's
Something
French.
like yes.
We heard it, Rachel, at convention. Charpentier.
She has a YouTube channel that I like to go to, but she says if you put it on like your fattest knuckle like this ring, and you blow dry it like on low heat, that will also make it bigger. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, smart. Interesting.
Something else that I learned that I didn't know was, and I watch another YouTuber, paparazzi consultant, they said that, I don't know if you girls know, but our jewelry cannot get wet at all. I don't know why. I don't know if it rusts, but don't put it near water. Don't wash your hands with it. Take your earrings off and your necklace and stuff. And I didn't know that until I heard it.
For ring.
Yeah, I've got silver necklaces. The silver chains actually will turn almost gunmetal silver when I wear them. If I'm outside at a show and it's hot,
Yeah.
that's what's happened to all my silvers. But it seems like if you coat them with shellac or
Nail polish.
nail polish, it
Mhm.
tends to save them a little bit.
The rose gold will also do that. I was just talking to a customer this morning. She had put lotion on, I think. And the rose gold coating was doing that on her, so she was going to coat it or whatever. But I said, well, Shauna, that's part of the 5 S's that I sent you. Which basically is like, I'd have to think of them. Don't swim, don't sweat, sleep in it.
Or
What's the other one? Shower in it? Is that another one? And like perfumes, lotions, that kind of thing. I can't remember what the other S was, but
also,
it just prolongs it.
McKenna, she bought some jewelry, what are they called? Cleaning cloths. They're dry. Anyways, her rose gold was kind of turning dingy and black almost, and she wiped those babies down, and they look brand new. So those
Oh, really?
you can buy a ton for like $6. That's what she got. Anyway, so they work like a charm. She's going to start including, she said that she might include those in some of her packages, you know, her deliveries or whatever. So just in case.
That's what I was thinking of. That's cool. I wonder if she'd post like where she got them.
I'll tell her she needs to. I think I already did, but I might have to.
I would love to know. That's cool.
Yeah, they're just small little logs.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's cool.
I have not had any of that. And I mean, I've seen all the rings as you wash your hands, the backs of the rings. Even when you go down to paparazzi corporate, everybody wearing them, the backs of the rings are different colors. But I have not had any of those, and I don't get a lot of feedback like that. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It doesn't bother me either.
Yeah.
I just got that one today, and then I will get one every so often. Like maybe, once a year kind of thing.
Okay, because I was going to say, I just don't
Not
really.
often. No, it's not often. But today I just happened to get that one, and it was feedback about the rose gold, which rose gold's fairly new.
That's true.
So that was interesting. And I told her, I said, well, that was your own doing. You weren't supposed to do it with lotion. She's like, I know.
The answer is not 12.
So
Yeah.
she knew.
Yeah.
It just prolongs, the life of your pieces.
Yeah. True.
So it's really their choice what they want to do with it, I suppose, right?
Right. True.
So we have 4 minutes left.
What else, girls? What else is going on?
Okay, so you guys maybe my reception's not great, but I can't always hear you. I think it was KZ Paparazzi Swag had those cleaning cloths. And it is a group on, yeah. And you can order them in bulk through her. She got them.
Who is it?
It's just called KZ Paparazzi Swag, and it's a group.
Like the letter K, letter Z.
Let's
If
see
I remember
can-
right? Isn't it?
Right. Now, she got hers from Amazon, but I wonder what hers look like and if they're cheaper.
They're cutting out.
So are you.
Is that the same girl that was on Facebook that had the big tote, and somebody called her out on it saying only elites could do that? And she said no, she got special permission to get those printed up and to sell them to consultants.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Yikes.
Yeah, I saw one of those.
I didn't see that either.
How would she get special permission if she's not elite? That's part
I
of
don't
like
know.
the privilege of being that.
Yeah, I think you have to hit Maven twice in a row to be able to make your own stuff.
I'll have to see if I can go back and find it, and if I do, I'll tag you girls to it.
Is it in Frame
See
Divas?
it. I don't think it was in Divas. It was in another group, I think.
Oh.
To figure out.
So does anybody know when we're supposed to get the tablecloth back in back order? Our back office?
No, I don't
No
know.
idea.
But I think she has some in the KZ Paparazzi swag. I think she might have some.
Who is KZ Paparazzi Swag?
I don't know.
I can't even find the group.
It's a mystery girl.
It says it's a closed group.
K as in kangaroo, Z as in zebra, Paparazzi Swag.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm putting spaces. I bet there's no space. Oh, okay.
Rachel, as an admin, there's a way
Yeah?
that you can recommend. Can you hear me? There's a way that you can recommend groups in the Freedom for Five page. It'll show up like as a
It's
little
cut
toolbar.
out here.
I'll send you a message.
Okay.
Hey, I have a quick question. Speaking of swag, it reminded me of the bag, the swag bag, which really is our bling bag. Rach, how did you make it so that they could connect on the bling bags that Tiffany and Shauna won? I didn't hear the feedback on how you made it so that they could actually connect their pieces to the bag.
So they like stood up.
I just cut out here. So I just cut out like the bubble wrap.
Oh, is that what that is?
Oh.
That
This
is
is
the
our-
bubble wrap? Oh my
This
gosh.
is the bubble wrap, and then there's a Brad right here. Like you get like 100 for like $2 from Walmart.
So smart.
Oh my gosh. So you actually
It's
didn't even
from-
go through the leather?
On your bone.
You didn't even go through the leather?
No.
Oh my gosh.
It's easier than you thought.
I'm like, is that some sort of
On your
wig?
bone.
Like, what is that? You smart thing, you.
Oh, it's from On Your Bone. I don't think of things by myself.
Did you find a tag and stuff for that?
So I just printed this off.
Okay.
I found this online and then I printed it off Costco. I used the Costco photo app and printed it off from there.
Great.
We have less than a minute, and it's probably like going really fast because it hit a few seconds ago. So, just let you know, Rach.
Okay, affirmations. And be present in your moments, good or bad.
Okay, and watch for
Okay.
we got a new contest coming out on the 1st. Keep an eye out.
Yes, it's a good
Super
one.
excited.
Gonna be good.
We're excited.
Thanks for joining, ladies.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.